Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Matt here, and we back with another episode of Matter of Fact MMA. So what's up? How's it going? So we here, man. We coming to you live. It's not really live; it's recorded, but we're coming to you after UFC Kansas City just took place. Just wanted to kind of go over just a couple of things that went down on that card, on that show. Just want to get into a few little topics related to that real quick, and then I won't hold you. I'll let you go. You know what I'm saying? Let you go on and do whatever you're doing with your day. So let's start with the main event. Max Holloway goes out there, wins by decision against Arnold Allen. That was a good fight. For the most part, Max dominated the fight. However, there was definitely rounds that could be scored for Arnold Allen. It really was a good fight. The crowd was solid behind Max Holloway, so it's good to see he hasn't lost a step there at all. And he definitely did not lose a step in the octagon either. His jab was working. He came through with some vicious body kicks on Arnold Allen. Those worked out really well. But probably his biggest weapon, and I don't know if you would count this as offensive or defensive, but his biggest weapon was his chin. The man has got a cast iron chin. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy. You gotta run him over with a car, and he's still liable to roll out from underneath of it and come after you. You know what I'm saying? Max Holloway ain't no joke. The best is blessed. Be blessed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what am I talking about when I say that was his biggest weapon? Arnold Allen hit this man with some shots. I mean some some shots that will floor somebody. You know what I'm saying? Arnold Allen was trying to put that wood on him. He's trying to take him to the woodshed, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Max just kept taking those shots. Most of them he rolled with, but there was a lot of shots he got caught with that were flush. And you just couldn't phase Max. So nevertheless, Arnold Allen put up a great fight. It was close. But at the end of the day, Max Holloway gets the nod at the end of 5 rounds. So it's going to be interesting to see where he goes next, because obviously he hasn't lost a step. He's definitely probably not ever going to get another crack at, Volkanovski. But at the same time, it's good to see he hasn't lost a step at all. I was hearing a little rumbling that, they might go in the direction of Max Holloway versus the Korean Zombie. So that would be very interesting. I think Korean Zombie already has a fight booked against Giga Chikadze, but nevertheless, that's a fight that the UFC is eyeing, Max is eyeing, and the Zombie is eyeing. So that would be very interesting if they end up going that way. But it was good to see that Max Holloway could go out there, still convincingly beat a tough contender like Arnold Allen, and show that even though he doesn't have the belt, he hasn't lost a step. He's still in it to win it. So that was pretty cool to see. What else? How about Raw Dog? Raw Dog. Brandon Royval goes out there and knocks out. Hold on. I don't want to mispronounce this guy's name. I'm still probably going to do it, but I just wanted to kind of give him that little respect. Nicolau. Last name Nicolau. I'm sorry, sir. It's hard for me to pronounce the names. I do apologize, but Raw Dog, I can say that. Raw Dog. Brandon Royval goes out there and gives a devastating knockout. Devastating knockout. Caught him with the knee flush. The fight wasn't long. Beat him in the first round. It was good to see. The only misstep in that whole fight was the UFC putting that on at the end of the prelims instead of being on the main card. But it was a great fight for while it lasted. Brandon Royval takes that one. He actually said in the post-fight press conference that he is going to be the backup for the upcoming flyweight title fight. So there you go with that. I don't know. I don't know if the UFC has actually confirmed that, but he said he's going to be the backup for that fight. So we'll see how that turns out. But it was good to see him go out there and get a good, strong showing, get a good, solid knockout ended it early, goes home, takes home the bonus. It's a fun night. He's at the after party. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if he went to an after party, but if he did, he'd be in there doing his thing because he got the bonus and the knockout, and his name is Raw Dog. You know, that sounds like a good party at the after show, if you know what I'm saying. So it's good to see him come out there and do that. What else? What else do we got going on? What else happened on the show? Let me get back to my notes because I'm old and I need notes. Bill Algeo goes out there and has a great fight with TJ Brown. You know, good back and forth battle, strong shots traded by both men, some groundwork, some grappling, but in the end, Bill Algeo chokes him out, does his thing on the mic after, went full blown heel, turned heel on the fans, acted like he was gonna retire because we saw a few retirements earlier in the night. Acted like he was gonna retire, turned right around and said he would never retire in a dump like Kansas City. No disrespect to Kansas City. I'm clapping because I love to see fighters, even though it came across as fake and staged. I like to see fighters try to have some sort of a personality. Because at the end of the day, if you want to get paid, man, you got to show some type of personality. I don't like the fake monikers and things like what Kobe Covington does, but at the same time, this was about the same in the same vein. But nevertheless, I was happy to see, a fighter trying something, to get noticed. So that was cool to see. But, you know, there was that. There was a good fight while it lasted. The last thing I'm going to get back to my notes that I wanted to go over. Edson Barboza goes out there against Billy Quarantillo, and I mean, what do you want to say? Y'all must have forgot when it comes to Edson Barboza. So on this fight, it was for while it lasted, I would actually say Billy Q was doing the damage. Billy Q seemed like he was pumping the jab. He was staying in the face of Edson Barboza. He looked like he had a good, strong game plan. The only thing is Billy Q gets hit a lot, and a lot of the time when Billy Q gets hit, it's because he keeps spamming something, meaning he keeps spamming takedowns. He keeps going for the takedown or he's spamming shots. Now, he has a good jab, but sometimes he tends to lunge forward with a lot of his shots. And it was only a matter of time. Now, he did have Barboza up against the cage, and when he dropped down, I believe either to initiate some form of grappling, talking about Billy Q, dropped down to initiate some form of grappling, or maybe he was going to go for a takedown. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know that Edson Barboza's back was up against the cage. Billy Q was in front of him. But when Billy Q went for that grapple or went for that takedown, when he got in close, Edson kind of caught him to kind of stabilize his body, and then boom! Did you see that? Boom! Hit him with that knee, man. Hit him with the knee flush to the head, and it was a wrap for Billy Q. Billy Q fell face first. Didn't have any idea what was going on once he came back, was kind of looking at the ref like, what happened? I like Billy Q, so that was that wasn't good to see him go out like that. But let's hear it for Edson Barboza. Y'all must have forgot. Man, still out here getting devastating knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Still out here bodied up, looks good getting off the bus, does his thing, you know what I'm saying? And, didn't really make it look easy, but he kind of did. That's kind of how Edson knockouts go. It wasn't easy for him to pull it off, but when it happens, it's so devastating that he kind of made it look easy. But, it was good to see Barboza get that win. I'm not sure where they're going to go next with Barboza, but, awesome. Awesome to see that. Good to see Edson out there. Good to see, nice little post-fight interview with DC. That was cool to see. Edson seemed to be very happy. I know it had to be a large weight lifted off of his shoulders. People probably acting like it's time for him to retire, but man goes out there, does his thing, knocks him out. So we'll see where he goes from there. I can't even begin to think of who the UFC would put him in there against next, but that was cool to see. Overall, great show. It's always good. It's always a good show when you can see Max Bless Holloway go out there and do his thing. So it was an outstanding show. I really enjoyed seeing it. We got another one coming up this Friday. Curtis Blades in the main event. So that should be cool. Got the heavyweights out there battling. I'll be making another video, maybe a couple of videos for that card. So we'll get into that later. Just want to stop in and kind of, touch on this a little bit, kind of get into it. There it is. We did that, Let me know how you feel. Is it Matt or is it fact? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments right down there. That's the comments right down there. Why you sitting there? Post a comment. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Thanks for riding with your boy. Once again, this has been another episode of Matter of Fact MMA, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.